Hello everyone. So welcome to Abhyas Ias Academy. As you know that Prime Minister Modi ji is on 5-day foreign tour. So he has already visited UAE Premier Salman bin Nahyan. After that he went to Nordic countries and since yesterday we are seeing the videos of Modi ji with the Italy Supremo. So for the 5-day tour is about to complete it by today. And we should be knowing in the foreign policy and diplomatic relations what we have got out of it. What is the significance of this visit? Are we able to secure the economic security? Any strategic partnerships are there? Any green technology partnerships are there? Energy security, any cooperation is there? What has happened? What are the implications of Prime Minister Modi ji's 5-day tour? That is what we are going to talk about today. And more importantly, one particular question is maybe running in your mind and also in the newspapers that they are continuously talking about a group of countries which are together called as Nordic countries. Nordic, N-O-R-D-I-C, Nordic countries. So before we go into the outcomes of the tour of Prime Minister Modi ji, first of all, let us understand the basics with regard to Nordic countries. So you can see here, Nordic countries we are having. These are the Nordic countries. So Nordic countries represent group of countries. So example here we are having is Denmark, Finland, and here we are having Iceland. So here the capital cities are also given. So Denmark capital city is Copenhagen, Finland capital city is Helsinki, Iceland capital city is Reykjavik, Faroland capital city is Tórshavn, Åland Islands capital city is Mariehamn, and Greenland capital city we are having what? Nuuk. These are the countries, together we call them as Nordic countries. Please remember this point, all of them belongs to the Arctic Circle, means where the North Pole, towards the Arctic Ocean, these countries are there. Means above UK, if this is our globe, and this is our Western Hemisphere, Eastern Hemisphere, and we are talking about these countries. We are talking about these countries towards the Arctic Ocean. So repeat with me the group of Nordic countries. In the examination, they may ask you which among the following is or are the Nordic countries. So you should be knowing the countries' name: Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Faroe Islands, Åland Islands, Greenland. Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Faroe Island, Åland Island, Greenland. These are together called as Nordic countries. Remember this point. And Prime Minister Modi ji has visited what? Finland here, and also the various dignitaries from this Nordic summit. Okay. Now if you look at some basics with regard to this Nordic summit, you can see here some important facts with regard to Nordic countries. The Nordic countries are also known as Nordic region. Okay, and clearly mentioned that they include Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Norway, and Sweden, as well as the territories that we have mentioned: Faroe Island, Greenland, Åland Island, and Svalbard and Cayman Islands. Okay, so all the Norway, Sweden, Finland, the three countries in the northern hemisphere, in the North Pole, along with we are having what? Denmark and Iceland. In our last class, I have shown you the mapping of these particular three countries. So in the before map, you do not have Norway and Sweden. But Norway and Sweden are also considered into Nordic countries. Remember this point. So I'll come again. Nordic countries, also known as the Nordic region, includes Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Norway, and Sweden. Along with that, Greenland also. Greenland is the one which USA, Donald Trump is saying that I want to take it. I want to take it. Greenland is desired by Donald Trump. Sometimes the Nordic countries or the Nordic region is also called as Scandinavian islands or Scandinavian countries. So either you are calling it as Nordic, some are calling it as Scandinavian. Okay. So Scandinavian is a very strict term. Okay. Whenever we use Scandinavian countries, you are restricting your number of countries to only Denmark, Norway and Sweden. When Denmark, Norway and Sweden comes, only these three are called as what? Scandinavian countries. Okay, Denmark, Norway and Sweden. When you add Denmark, Norway and Sweden, when you add what? Finland, when you add Finland, when you add Iceland, when you add Denmark, Norway, Sweden is there. Finland you are adding. Okay, Iceland you are adding when you are adding this two. Okay. Finland and Iceland, when you are adding this two, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 are called as Nordic countries. Only these 3 are called as what? Scandinavian countries. So sometimes when you are using Scandinavian countries, means they are strictly telling you that they are talking about only Denmark, Norway and Sweden. When the newspaper using the word Nordic countries, means they are talking about Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Greenland, Iceland also. I hope the difference between the Nordic and the Scandinavian countries are very clear now. Okay, right. Some important facts if we go into the Nordic countries, some important facts. Greenland, of all the Nordic countries, Greenland has the highest peak. Highest peak. Okay, the peak name is Gunbojan Field, 3,694 meters. Just like Mount Everest is having 8,000 plus meters, the highest peak in Greenland is, okay, highest peak in all Nordic countries is located in Greenland. Of all the Nordic countries, Sweden is the most populous country, 10.5 million. 10.5 million, 1 million is equals to 10 lakhs. Okay, 1 crore population is only there in what? Sweden. Forest cover of 74. Highest forest cover you will find in Finland, 74%. Denmark is a flat country. You will not see, just go to Banjara Hills and go a little bit far to the Banjara Hills and look back. You cannot see, okay, as far as your eyes are going. Why? Because the Jubilee Hills and the Banjara Hills are like this roads. So the moment you see back, you cannot see, you can only, your sight will be blocked. Right or wrong? It means it is a Deccan Plateau, ups and downs are there. But Denmark is what? A flat country. How much far your eyesight can go, that much far it can go. Okay. And highest point is only 171 meters, small 170 Anantagiri Hills. Coastline is highest with regard to Norway, 29,000 kilometers of coastline is there, whereas India's coastline is around 7,516 kilometers, I guess, including the Andaman Nicobar Islands. So highest coastline is in the Norway. Okay. So here a indigenous tribe lives. That tribe is called as indigenous Sami. Indigenous tribe Sami lives in Finland, Norway and Sweden. Iceland is the only country which has no army. Denmark has 2 of the oldest theme parks in the world. Okay. And in Faroe Island, you can see that we can understand, okay, Hobbit movie. In the Hobbit movie, how you will see that shepherds will be there. No. In Faroe Island, if you go to the island, just like if you go to the Andaman Nicobar, just like if you go to the Faroe Island, you will see more sheep than what? People. Means in Andaman Nicobar or Lakshadweep you go, you will see more animals than people. That is also one of the unique thing with regard to these particular countries. Clear? Right. Now let us see the important current affairs with regard to that particular Nordic summit. PM Modi at India Nordic Summit. Green technology and 6G among the key outcomes. When Prime Minister Modi ji met with UAE king, then they talked about energy more because UAE supplies lots of crude oil to us. Okay, and if we go to this way, Ministry of External Affairs shared the outcomes of third India Nordic Summit. Third time Prime Minister Modi ji has went to Nordic countries. Third India Nordic Summit. Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's participation in the summit resulted in 8 key outcomes. 8 outcomes. Very successful visit this is. More importantly, in these outcomes, we will have a deepening relation with these particular countries. Very good economical and technological engagement we are going to go. We will focus on how we can develop our GDP, okay, green GDP with the help of these countries. Okay, they are high-tech countries, Netherlands and all. So innovation, they will help us. Defense and climate cooperation. Anywhere, if you talk about the Nordic countries, they are very much focused on what? Green tech. Why? Because they are living in a very fragile, very beautiful climate, and the and because of the global warming, they don't want it to happen. So that's why there the industrialization is very, very less. More of the high tech technologies they will use in order to preserve the nature of that particular countries with regard to the resources. The summit attended by all the leaders of Nordic region. All of them sought Prime Minister Modi ji's collaboration across different sectors. Especially, we will work with them for the development of clean energy and Arctic research. Arctic research, you know that very, if you have ever seen the Hollywood movies, they'll go to very far. They have the base stations will be there in the Arctic Ocean and this Antarctic Ocean. So all that complete ice, they will live in the ice. The research facility will be there underground. You cannot go out also. It is very, very chilling like that. So Arctic research means we are expecting that Arctic region is having lot of potential. So you can see how beautifully that they have given. Randhir Jaiswal, one of the Ministry of India dignitaries, he has given the list of 8 outcomes. So what it means we can see here. So very important here you can see initiatives in climate action. So India and the Nordic countries are going for innovation into large-scale investable climate solution. How to protect our climate change, how to mitigate the climate change and global warming. India and Nordic Summit, Nordic nations are going for large scale, means very heavy investments are going to come up in climate solution. The summit promotes sustainable lifestyle and a circular economy, the economy where the end products is again utilized to manufacture new products, and none of the waste products will be discarded into the environment, again will be reused. Such summits are called as, such kind of economy is called as circular economy. So India, with the help of the Nordic nations, we are promoting sustainable lifestyle, including India-led mission life. Very, very important. It helps India to accelerate our cooperation on renewable energy and low carbon dioxide emission technologies. Low carbon dioxide emission technologies, that is what we are having. So this summit also means a very enhanced cooperation in Arctic region, particularly to go for polar research, study about the climate solutions, and also address the environmental issues. India and the Nordic countries are also taking joint research initiatives in Arctic region. Remember this point. Right. The 5th outcome here is India-Nordic joint research will be there with regard to STEM areas, science, technology, engineering, mathematics areas. India and Nordic countries will exchange startups and incubators, promote research into the next generation communication technology and 6G. 6G is nothing but more faster upload, more faster download, more faster browsing, more faster playing of what 8K, 12K videos. That is called as what 6G. Many of the people don't know what 6G will give. Enhancing cooperation in the blue economy is also there. What it means? Okay, blue economy is nothing but the economy that we can derive from what? Derive from water, mainstream production, fish production, etc. so and so forth. And also going for the maritime research, going in depth and trying to explore polymetallic nodules, etc. so and so forth. Okay, the Nordic countries in India promote free and open, peaceful and prosperous Indo-Pacific maritime research. Joint activities will be taken up bilateral maritime security dialogues and Indo-Pacific Ocean initiatives. Okay, Vision Mahasagar. Highly important topics are being discussed here. This is the core. So they may ask you in the examination, in the mains examination, okay, the recent visit of the government of India to the Nordic countries has promoted sustainable clean energy, etc. Like that, they may ask you, write all of this, whatever we have discussed, your answer is done. I hope this is all clear to you. Have a nice day ahead. Do join Abhyas Ias Academy for the June 11th batch for the 2026 to 2027 UPSC CSAT.